Hello, everyone. U.S. military drafts airstrike plans for Nigeria after Trump threat. This is the Punch reporting this. Quite a number of newspapers across have also, reported on this news. It says the United States military has reportedly drawn up contingency plans for potential airstrikes in Nigeria following an order from President Donald Trump directing the Pentagon to prepare to intervene to protect Christians from terrorist attacks, according to the New York Times. The report published on Wednesday stated that the U.S. Africa Command had presented multiple operational options to the Department of War, responding to a request from Secretary Pete Hegseth to develop plans aligned with Trump's directive. Military officials familiar with the deliberations told the news platform that the proposals, categorized as heavy, medium, and light, outline varying level of engagement in Nigeria. Under the heavy option, Washington would deploy an aircraft carrier strike group to the Gulf of Guinea, supported by fighter jets or long-range bombers to hit militant targets deep inside northern Nigeria. The medium the medium option proposes, let me just wait because this thing is ringing in my head. I'm like, why is the deliberate use of northern Nigeria? Is it to sort of now put up, I don't know, but this is my head just thinking. Is it sort of now to put up that, oh, this thing is done, I mean, it's being attacked, it's an attack to the north? Because the way you put it, northern Nigeria won't be okay. It's not terrorists they say they want to kill. It's not to say, oh, deep inside northern Nigeria. So, sometimes words are used in a way that they can evoke something that even when you're not looking at it, just pops at you like, okay, so this is an attack, on northern Nigeria. And I've seen a lot where they're trying to put it and make it like, oh, it is a southeastern thing. Even Sahara reporters did it in the reporting that they did. I say IPOB members were there. They now made, oh, it is southeastern people in the US that made this to happen. So, that collusion always of the southeast and the north being put and some people fueling it. I see a lot of that, an undertone of it, happening. And one of the things that we must do is to be very mindful and not allow people, detect how the tune will be like with the words that they use to pitch people against each other. We have a terrorist issue. Yes. Do we have? Yes. Do Nigerian lives need to be protected? Absolutely, yes. If the United States is saying it's coming, at least the money that Nigeria is using to go and buy weapons for them, ask them for help, ask them for advice and all of that, let them come. This will even make it a whole lot easier if United States is ready to come into the war against insurgency. We have a problem with insurgency for over a decade, maybe 15 years now. It's really over a decade. About 15, 16 years now, we've been battling this war, and we're really not making the headways that we're supposed to be making. And these terrorists are getting more emboldened and more stronger. If the United States of America is saying it's interested in coming in, I think this is the time that Nigeria should be opening its door and saying to, hey, come. And then this is the time for them and our air military working together for them to say, these are the targets. They can even tell us where the targets are. And let's get the thing done. What do we want? We want to defeat the terrorists, right? We want no more Nigerian life, to be taken. And then, of course, there are something, even the ones that are not within that are not done by terrorists within inside, in issue of killings based on blasphemy and all of that. All of that should be stopped, and then they work on it and get it stopped, and let's have everybody's life really matter in Nigeria, and everybody's life be protected. The medium option proposes the use of MQ-9 Reaper and MQ-1 Predator drones for targeted strikes on insurgent camps, convoys, and vehicles. Fantastic. That's what we're looking for. This even saves us a lot of money. Now, most times we're having issues, we cannot find them in terms of intelligence, depth of this. For me, I think this is an opportunity that Nigeria should be saying, let's work, Nigerian military and the US military, let's work together and annihilate these terrorists that have been terrorizing the lives of people and killing people all over, all over the place. The drones would operate with US intelligence support to ensure precise and timely attacks, the report said. The light option, on the other hand, focuses on intelligence sharing, logistics support, and joint operations with Nigerian forces against Boko Haram, another Islamic group accused of mass killing, abduction, and church attacks. Despite the planning, top Pentagon officials reportedly concede that limited airstrikes or drone operations are unlikely to end Nigeria's prolonged insurgency unless the US launches a full-scale campaign similar to those in Iraq or Afghanistan, an approach no one in Washington is currently advocating, because they know it's expensive. Even for them, they can't, if they decide to go to war, it's going to be expensive, taxpayers' money. America is already facing a lot. People are going through more. Economy is it's really going through that situation. Inflation is very high, and so they will not even want to go and start another war where they are having to put all of this together. But I would say if it's something that leads us to defeating the terrorists, we need help, and we should not be ashamed to say that we need help. Even if somebody is coming to ask us, even if they are dissing us or disrespecting us in the way they say they are going to help, or saying this is not helping, get the help. When we finish with the terrorists, we'll now come back and say, okay, well, how far? I saw someone, a news report where they say a particular TVC journalist, was talking about, how America cannot dare to come. We have something, and I'm thinking, well, so when you people say you were going to go to Niger Republic didn't have sovereignty. Anyway, let me come back to what I was saying. Punch Online earlier reported that Trump had threatened to deploy American military forces to Nigeria if the alleged genocide against Christians were not stopped. But the Bola Tinubu government, illegitimate government, by the way, refuted the claim in its entirety. Meanwhile, China on Tuesday declared its support for Nigeria, saying it opposes any foreign interference under the guise of religion or human rights. Please, China, face your front. It is not all that you people use for proxy war that this one is saying, that one is saying. But anyways, China will definitely support Nigeria because Nigeria has always supported China. When America and other states wanted to sign some sort of letter against China because of the way they were treating Uyghur Muslims, it was the same Nigeria that did not sign. Saudi Arabia did not sign. So they are birds of the same feather. As Nigeria's comprehensive strategic partner, China firmly opposes any country using religion and human rights as an excuse to interfere in other countries' internal affairs and threatening other countries with sanctions and fraud. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Mao Ning said at a press conference in Beijing. Ning made the remarks in response to questions about Trump's threat of military action in Nigeria. While the federal government on Wednesday rejected its inclusion on the US list of countries violating religious freedom, insisting that such a designation stems from inaccurate data and misrepresentation of the nation's security challenges. Information Minister Mohammed Idris, I don't even know who that Mohammed Idris is. That's if the information minister that is supposed to give information about the illegitimate government, we don't even know him. That tells you the information that is given. Anyway, Information Minister Mohammed Idris clarified that Nigeria faces terrorism, not religious persecution, and that both Christians and Muslims have suffered from extremist violence. Oh Lord, I never knew I would get to a place where who is killed more is what is talked about instead of stop the killing. Thank you so much for watching.